you are. Oh God, you, oh God, you're just too much for me. Oh God, I can't explain you. Oh God,
As we take you on this smooth ride. It's the morning drive on 103.5 Ebola DFM, keeping your morning engaging as we take you through the smoothest ride on radio from 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Getting your morning inspired, be informed, let's interact only on the morning drive. Make it a date with Martin Efan Shuku, aka Meta.
And Tracy, aka Emenari, aka Classy.
From Monday to Friday from 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. on the morning drive. 103.5 FM.
Good morning and welcome to Abona, the 103.5 FM. Today, the 30th day of August 2020. Today is Wednesday. The time is 2 minutes past the hour of 7, and it is time for newspaper headlines on Abona, the 103.5 FM. This morning, we are going to take you through the news making the headlines on Nigerian newspapers. But before we do that, let's go for a short break. When we come back, we'll continue on the stories making the headlines. Do stay with us.
Do you know that you have the right to quality broadcasting? The National Broadcasting Commission says any person, group of persons, or organization aggrieved by the content of a broadcast or the conduct of a broadcast station may lodge a complaint to the station and write to the Director General, National Broadcasting 20 Ibrahim Taiwo Street, Asokoro, Abuja, or send a mail via info@nbc.gov.ng. Please ensure that the complaint includes name of the broadcast station, title of the program, date and time of broadcast, and essence of the complaint. Also, remember to include your name, address, telephone number, email, and append your signature. Note that the complaint must reach the NBC within 14 days of the queried broadcast. NBC, your right to quality broadcasting.
You're welcome back to newspaper headlines on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. This morning, we are going to take you through the news making the headlines on the Guardian newspaper, Punch, The Nation. We are also going to take a look at leadership newspaper, Vanguard, Daily Post, Sun, This Day, and if time permits, we're also going to take a look at the Nigerian Tribune. Remember that you can become part of the conversation by sending your reactions via SMS or WhatsApp messages on 080 96661035. 6661035. You can as well stream us online via mixlr.com/gistfm. We are working on the Facebook. My name is Martin. Let's get started with the Guardian newspaper this morning. Insecurity. Niger proposes amnesty to bandits. Move seeks Canada's support in security, capacity building, gender equality. CBN BDCs on collision costs as FX black market premium widens. ICPC tax MBA on synergy against money laundering, terrorism, financing. ICPC tax MBA on synergy against money laundering, terrorism, financing. Private sector OK's Tinubu's reforms seeks input in federal government's 8-point agenda. Police arraigns still recruiting. Oyebanji warns workers against indolence. Others. Vice Chancellor's stance on grants, impending research breakthroughs, says Dawn. MPA, customs renew collaboration to grow economy. Enugu moves to digitize cultural heritage. Tourist site. Imo traders accuse police of killing member. Activists urge federal government to domesticate ILO law on GBVH. Police disrupt gay marriage, arrest 67 guests in Delta. Prevail on Tinubu to allow us fix federal roads. Obaseki tells Edo people, commuters. Ogun government debunks allegation of zero revenue allocation to councils. Police, okay, Odumankai, tax government on rising cases of suicide in Lagos. Eno, to commence one project per council initiative. Disburse funds to beneficiaries on Delta, 2 projects, group begs federal government. Antimicrobial resistance kills over 1.27 million people yearly in sub-Saharan Africa. Begging federal government to release me is an insult, says Kano. Universities operating under despondent condition. 36-year-old single mother seeks 15 million naira for kidney transplant. USAID urges Bashi to prioritize UHC. Lagdo Dam. Federal government urges Nigerians not to panic. Set up committee. Lagos ranks 5th best African city to live, work in. Report. Tinubu's reforms yielding results, says ANAN. 2 drown in Ogun as Commissioner of Police warns youths on safety limits. Second runway, FCT to pay 825 million naira compensation to communities. LASMA arrests tow van driver for impersonation. LASMA arrests tow van driver for impersonation. Sanwo-Olu blames poor parenting for criminality in society. Stakeholders advocate improved FDI, seek a removal of trade barriers. Alleged invasion. National Union of Road Transport Workers mobilizes state chapters to defend union. 43 local foreign groups seek humanitarian exemptions for Niger. MBTE explains HND top-up to varsity degree. Federal government promises completion of Lagos-Ibadan Expressway by mid-September. Reps probe panel denies bribery allegation. Summons Vice Chancellor. Court stops firm from importing HIV test kits into Nigeria. Ex-Google chief Juliet Ehumuna joins Zenith Bank as non-executive director. Lawyer deplores degeneration of judiciary, wants judges protected. Only 2,083,200 SMEs have access to credit in Nigeria, says SMEDAN. Tinubu approves appointment of new board management team of NDDC. Umar introduces night construction to inaugurate Lagos-Ibadan Express September. Umar introduces night construction to inaugurate Lagos-Ibadan Expressway September. When young Nigerians engage ICT in environmental protection. Ganduje canvasses amendment of Electoral Act to boost women participation on government. Angry youths urge Tinubu Oborowori orders to declare state of emergency on Abraka roads. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Guardian newspaper this morning. Kwara governor names UK-trained administrator to lead Kwara garment factory project. Federal government to complete Lagos-Ibadan expressway by mid-September. Federal lawmaker Ugo Chinyere floats scholarship scheme for cosmetics traders to work with Wike for FCT transformation. PDP candidate says Imo government house vacant since May 29th. Young politician joins a race for PDP scribe in Kwara. NMPP, Kwankwaso suspension is a joke. Galadima. Labour Party reports lawyer to legal committee. Leaked audio. Zamfara PDP seeks probe of alleged bribery of tribunal judges. Mass Air recommits to sections impossible without new policies. Tech ExxonMobil. Net zero emissions impossible without new policies. Tech ExxonMobil. Bitter tales about exploitation of children as mates persist. The best grants scholarship to host communities. Diabetes. Federal government to jack sugar storages tax to 20%. Governorship polls intrigue as PDP, APC name Wike in campaign teams. Liquidity. Banks borrowing from CBN rises by 79% in 8 months. Confusion as suspension, explosion, rock NMPP, Kwankwaso, BOT share. Others asked. Leadership. National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Drug Abuse Conference, now November 7th. Job racketeering. Reps absolves committee of extortion allegations. Job racketeering. Reps absolves committee of extortion allegations. And that's the much we can take from the leadership newspaper this morning. From the leadership newspaper, we flip over to the Punch newspaper. I never diverted Ogun local government funds. 10.8 billion naira bailout. Abiodun. Health Ministry backs 20% sugar tax. Akwa Ibom Palliatives Committee recommends 4 working days. Others 5 billion naira. FCT moves transport, food palliatives for residents. Kanu government reduces school registration fees by 50% for indigenes. Cameroon dam opening. 700 billion naira CBN farmers loan under threat in flooded states. He says, I have a tape proving Para Commissioner of Police hates Tani Olohun Showore alleges. He says, I have a tape proving Para Commissioner of Police hates Tani Olohun Showore alleges. Lagos ranks 5th best African city. Report. Ogun to probe breweries wastewater disposal after Punch report. NMPP divided over Tinubu article. Factions suspend Kwankwaso orders. Algeria demands 6 months transition period from Niger junta. Niger, United Nations seeks ECOWAS exemption for relief supplies. Osun community seeks Tinubu's help over military project site. Police tear gas protesters in Akwa Ibom. Police warn troublemakers ahead of Kogi governorship poll. Prioritize boy-child upbringing. Lagos tells parents. Be transparent with subsidy savings. Ositelu urges government. Federal Road Safety Corps arrest man with Nigerian foreign number plates. Abuja runway. Affected community to get 800 and school for autistic children. AGF 6 lawyers support on anti-graft war, judicial reforms. Bayelsa governor, controversy surrounds weakest membership of APC campaign council. Fake soldier arrested for aiding suspected cultist escape. 8 things to know about new NDDC boss. Prioritize non-oil exports. Economists tell Tinubu. Operatives deployed to National Union of Road Transport Workers Secretariat to forestall violence. FCT police. Elon Musk lifts political ads ban on X. Oyo government earmarks 8.6 billion naira for palliatives as distribution begins Wednesday. Controversy trails weekends. We've taken this. And still on the stories making headlines on the Punch newspaper this morning. Oyo APC accuses Makinde of diverting 5.7 billion naira palliatives. Algeria proposes months transition to resolve Niger crisis. Elumelu meets Tinubu, says private sector encouraged by president's policies. Insecurity. FCTA demolishes drug dealers' den in Asokoro. Abiodun never diverted local government's allocation, says Ogun. Michael Jackson celebrating Pop King's 5 major posthumous milestones. NAFDAC dismisses approval of glucosil, herbal medicine for diabetes treatment. Delta. Parade of gay suspects, abuse of due process, dignity, right group. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Punch newspaper this morning. Discussions with Niger bandits to drop arms ongoing, says Governor Bago. Completion of 17-year-old abandoned National Library a priority, say Education Minister. Completion of 17-year-old abandoned National Library a priority, Education Minister. Oshun community seeks Tinubu Adeleke's intervention over military project sitting. Cameroon stops release of Lagdo dam water. Isese, we've taken this. Oti unveils Abia State Orientation Agency 6 mentality change. Court holds ICPC, EFCC, others from probing Kanu anti-graft boss. Court holds ICPC, EFCC, others. We've taken this. Support Tinubu's vision for Nigeria. Information Minister urges governors. Federal Road Safety Corps impounds vehicle with foreign plate number, naps driver. Obaseki versus Chaibu. Tinubu, Okorocha, other governors who fought their deputies. And that's the much we can take from the Punch newspaper this morning. Now from the Punch newspaper, we'll flip over to Vanguard newspaper. Gunfire in Gabon as soldiers seize power, cancel election result. Gunfire in Gabon as soldiers seize power, cancel election results. Nigeria is a poor country. Soludo, governor. A Hollywood joke. MPP's founding member, Galadima, falls Kwankwaso's suspension. Abia workers lock out accountant general over unpaid salaries. Abia workers lock out accountant general over unpaid salaries. PDP weighs option over weakest open romance with APC. Army denies alleged attempt to confiscate community land in Oshun. Gabon soldiers oust Ali Bongo, says election results cancelled. Regime ended. Police parade underage on the Vanguard newspaper this morning. IPOB to federal government, meet us as Supreme Court. Stop hiding under endless adjournments. We deployed officers to National Union of Road Transport Workers headquarters to avert factional clash. Flooding. Relocate to higher grounds. Edo government tells residents. Police parade 67 over alleged gay marriage in Delta. 2 phone seekers from Lagos drowned in Ogun River. 2 killed as gunmen attack pipeline security team in Ogoni. Mixed reactions trail mob attacks on DSS operatives in Oshun. Rivers Varsity bans sale of textbooks, warns students against sorting. Navy hands over suspects seized drugs to National Drug Law Enforcement Agency in Badagry. 7 die as building collapses in Boronu internally displaced persons scam. Banks, insurance firms, others contribute 1.72 trillion naira to economy. Governorship campaign cancel. APC reverses self, disowns list containing Wike. How federal government can execute roadmap for economy, NESG, OPS, others. And that's the much we can take from the Vanguard newspaper this morning. You are tuned to Abona at the 103.5 FM, and this is newspaper headlines from the Vanguard newspaper. We'll flip over to the Nation newspaper. Bulldozers sack Imo community. Bulldozers sack Imo community. Diabetes patients warn against sugary drinks. US CDC hails Nigerian epidemic preparedness rating. We will work hard to reshape economy, says minister. NMPP chief greets Oshun Ondo Party's chairman. MPA Customs renew export promotion ties. FEM records 34% growth. Tinubu assumed office amidst economic crisis, says monarch in Obi's town. Rwanda training. Our governors shamed, humiliated Nigeria. Rwanda training. Our governors shamed, humiliated Nigeria. Federal government to pay 825.8 million naira compensation on 4.2 kilometer Abuja airport runway. And still on the stories making the headlines on the Nation newspaper this morning. Police disperses protesting Akwa Ibom youths with tear gas. Insecurity. Guidam asks Nigerian police trust fund to equip officers with professional training. Land grabbing. Perpetrators witness circulating voice recording of alleged robbery in Abuja. Tinubu appoints new board of NDDC. And that's the much we can take from the Daily Post newspaper this morning.